Yeah, when we're talking about relationships. Today's society is very, very weird, in my experience, and this is why, because we are split between wanting to be a non-traditional society and that still holds on to traditional values. Meaning, okay, take since trying to keep it on topic, we've gone down so many rabbit holes. It's Valentine's Day coming up. I don't know when we're airing this. It's either going to be like right before or right after.
Yeah.
Who knows? Anyway, okay. We're trying to be a non-traditional society, progressive society, while still trying to hold on to traditional values. What that means is that as a man, you are the one who is supposed to ask the girl out. You are the man. You are the one who is supposed to be paying for the date. Right? That's traditional values. The man asks the girl out. The man pays for it. Whereas a lot of women that I don't want to say have been seeing, but I've had a lot of conversations with, and I'm just going to put an age range out there from like 25 to 31. They're single. I've interacted with them, taken them out on dates, stuff like that. Well, I've asked some of these types of questions. Now, of those dates, I was the one who had to initiate that. I don't know if you've ever been initiated where you haven't had to initiate a date or a woman coming up randomly, wherever setting, and ask you out, but that has never happened to me. Yeah.
I've, for a while now, like, there are some times where I'm like, I'm not going to be the person to do that because I don't want to... I want to
freak the woman out.
I want to put the freedom to make that call in their hands. Mm-hmm. And for a long time, starting in college, I was like, I'm just going to show up, be my most awesome self, and eventually that's going to attract someone to me who may even initiate and get something going.
Yeah, it's because
it's never happened.
Yeah, I know. What the fuck? But that's the thing is so where I was going with this is that the traditional what people are thinking as traditional value of dating or even initiating is the person who asks pays.
What? I've had both happen.
Okay.
I've been on dates and that like
never happened to me.
Where they're like pretty adamant about it trying to be even and split it.
Okay.
Even if I was the one who asked on the date, I sometimes just maybe especially like the first date, I will try to push that more so, and my like parents raised me up saying that that's like
it's the gentlemanly thing to do.
Yeah.
Same for me.
And then there are times when like depending on even like someone's background of like maybe they're a transplant from like a southern state.
Yeah.
Like they would almost be like upset about the notion of
splitting the
progressive splitting the bill that you wouldn't just like try to kiss them before the date ended. And it from a man's perspective, it's so hard to try to, maybe it's not super hard.
Oh, it's hard.
Yeah, it's not easy. I'm like trying to analyze it with like hindsight. And I'm like,
I get that. But here, the biggest problem is communication. Yeah. Communication is key. Now, in every single relationship I've been in, every single fling, they always say communication is key. Okay, well, what the heck happens when I actually communicate my true feelings, what I really want out of a relationship, what my future goals are? It's almost viewed as negative because I'm actually not, I don't act like
It's supposed to
super
be this
restrictive. I'm not this. I am. You know this for a fact. I am not a quiet, reserved person. I am out there. I can be loud when I really want to, especially if I've been drinking.
And sports games.
And sports games, yes. Hockey and baseball games, I'm the loudest person you could possibly hear.
Yeah.
It's
fun.
Our picture's over there.
Yeah.
But fuck, where was I going with this? So when women want someone, communication's key.
Yes. And as much as we want to be communication is key. And I think at the same time, as much as we have talks about feminist movements and the times changing, we're not there yet.
No.
And it's still this weird dance where you're supposed to be interested but not too interested. Which is take it seriously, but don't communicate all these different. I know it is.
It's fucking dumb.
Oh
my god, my head. There's so many times where I am super upfront with a woman, and they just I get it from their friends. Oh, she cares about you a whole heck of a lot. She really likes you. All she can do is just talk about you. And as soon as I open up and actually am forefront with my feelings, it's done.
Yeah.
It's done. It's because of that standard. I'm going to say standard. It's that traditional view of women want a guy who is confident and open with their feelings. But as soon as they open up with their feelings, they want that reserved guy because they want that Disney tall, dark, and handsome bullshit. And the bad boy.
Yeah, I mean, there's phases. There's phases to it. And then the whole, probably, woman's journey, we can't speak on that part, really.
Yeah, we're not women.
We can speak to...
Last I checked, I wasn't a woman. We can speak on what we have seen in our experiences.
Yes. And... Yeah.
And experiences of our friends.
And I think coming back to what we want to convey with this day.
Yes.
Is we are sold a fake simplified version.
Of love.
Yes. That romance, that the one partner, you are being a great camera. But, we got backups.
Yeah.
And we're still...
Fucking technical difficulties.
That we're sold this vision of love, of romance, of coupling at such a young age.
Yep.
Not only that, it's reinforced because on that day each year we give each other candy and cards
in the shape of a heart,
which we're just building into the brain networks of kids being with sugar.
I mean, do you remember in elementary school making that Valentine's box?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember when you first made one? Because I do. I remember the very first time I made my first Valentine's box out of
probably second or third grade.
Oh, dude. It was
maybe even earlier. I just don't have many memories from earlier.
Okay. So I remember my kindergarten class.
Yeah.
So that's the point about me. That a lot of people, it can be viewed as very positive, but also very negative because I call people out on their bullshit. I remember everything. I remember
Miss Robinson,
so
you
much.
Took my crayons.
My kindergarten teacher, her name was Miss Woody. I remember sitting down on the little kidney-shaped table, making from an old tissue box this little, I remember it was a red and white with a bunch of different flowers.
I still have one of mine.
Yeah. And just spending the week before Valentine's, just making it up, or the day before Valentine's, making it up, putting my name on it. I remember that. It started for me, started for me in kindergarten. That camera is being a something.
Yeah. Well,
We'll hopefully
we got this.
fix it out. Yeah.